I have often thought about women in the military, but I never decided to make a movie on it or a video because I wasn't sure how the authorities might take it. But I saw recently LA journalist has ventured into it, and looking through his article, it was very trivial. Now, I recall when I was in a batteries intervention course, one of the instructors, there's some stupid people at the Hubbard House in Florida. He's saying that women were bad, they were military and all that in the past, we were great warriors, and I figured this guy's an idiot. But you tell him, I try to straighten him, and he could come back and get you, he could throw you out of the program, send you to jail, all that kind of stuff they threaten you with. But from the Bible, we realize that women, when they were having the periods, they used to be immobilized. They have to sit over some container all day and so on. And in those days, there were no drugs that they could have used to sort of postpone the period or delay it for months, whatever. And there was no way that they could have gone out in long campaigns in seeing that the period situation was so different. But with modern developments and technologies and so forth and fabrics, etc., now you have various sanitary materials that women could use and even pills that could postpone the period, etc. But I don't know why a man would listen to his wife or his daughter saying that I want to be a soldier or I want to be a cop and take her serious. You see, as a society, people have to figure like, what is it we really want? But let me make the story short here. Quite recently now, we're seeing where women are killing their kids and killing their husbands and behaving very naughty, hanging out in the street, being demoralized, etc. And I trace it back to the new trends that we have in the society where women think that they could do everything that men do. The guy was discussing in his article that the testosterone in men makes them sort of violent and want to go out and kill, and perhaps I'm not sure how women could factor in since they don't have testosterone. They have estrogen. But let me look at the role of women. Women are the ones that make the babies, they nourish the babies, they are so tender, the husbands cherish them and they love their husband and all that kind of stuff. So that when you make them military and killers, then it's a problem. They have an internal conflict because they are supposed to be making the babies and caring for life and providing food and nourishment and medicine and care for people. So when you make them killers now, it's conflicting with it's not what we have trained them to be, but as the way they are. They were made to be like that. Look, when God was sending people into war, Israel and so on, the women and the children used to stay at home. And he never sent every man. He sent chosen men. Those who were brave, not those who were crying and studying about my wife at home and the kids and all that. The brave ones. So that when you make a woman into a killer, you're sort of affecting her natural instincts. Now when you put her out in the battlefield, I recall in the first Gulf War, the women were saying when the fight started, they were scared. They were asking the men to come and be there with them, even want to have sex and all that stuff. The Canadians and others were saying that. But I guess over time now they've come out where they've accepted it. So if a woman is not going to be scary and coward and want sex and whatever, she's going, let's go, I don't care if they kill me or whatever, then she has gone over the line. And she's been conditioned so much now that after the war, can she come back to be the type of wife and mother and sister that she had been? No. You find that if her husband gets her upset, she says, I'd kill you. And say, I beat you, don't want me. Say, you touch me, I'd kill you. I'll shoot you straight in the arse. And she doesn't have that tenderness for the kids. That's why they're killing them now and putting them in the microwave and putting duct tape and burying them alive and so on. So you have to figure out like what you really want. And we have so much domestic violence now. In the schools, teaching the young ladies, fighting with the guys and punching the guys, and the guys backing up. And she thinks that she's so good. But in the men's heart, we don't want to hit our women and hurt them, right? And so the guy's backing up, but if she really getting pissed off doing him something strange, like go out with his friend or whatever, and then she's going to see if that kind of fighting she producing to him is going to work. Even those who are trained in boxing, when they're about to be knocked out and the fight gets hard and they lose all the training they had and they go back to the natural instincts, they start pulling here and try to gouge your eye and trying to pinch and all that stuff. So why make women into killers? I think they have a much more, we don't have a shortage of military people, and yes, some people are saying that women should be able to do whatever they want to do, but these are the people who are going to destroy society, destroy the women, destroy our homes, destroy our families, destroy the kids. And then when we have some barbaric society, then they're going to start saying, hey, look what the government did, we don't have services for all this stuff. And I mean, many military men are, like they played by the seat of the pants, like to be homeless and all that. And when you have women now homeless and living in the street, living in encampment, it's so horrible. So I hope that men are going to think clearly and understand that, okay, you make women military, you're going to lose out, because the time that they should have spent to learning how to take care of themselves and their family and cooking and those basic things, cleaning the home, they don't, the time they spend in learning football and basketball and all these other games and stuff like that, they're losing out. And another thing, why we having this high divorce rate. Long ago, women were the opposite of men. They could understand them, they could understand us, but we got along, okay? But now where they try to learn baseball and football and all the games that men used to play, and even to have mud wrestling and the boxing and so forth, then there's that sort of a, they're coming into men's domain and it's a threat. Plus, they try to talk to you your thing, and there's no, we really want her to listen to you and to say, I don't understand it, try to explain to her, and then, that kind of thing. So, but it seems now that while they want to be like men, do men think men want to be like women. I recall many years ago, women were saying that they want a man who was very sensitive, very tender, and very girly. Now, when you be just what they want, then they come saying, you know what, my husband is such a wimp, and they're going out with the guy in the corner. You're going to beat them up, take the money, call them all kind of bitches and so forth. And men are staying home and they're putting a bottle inside a shirt so they're going to be like a breast and feeding the babies and call themselves Mr. Mom and House Mom and all this stuff. So, look, I think we need to go back to traditional things, okay? We've tried it enough. And we see it's not going to work. It's going to get much more, brutal out there. Because when these women aren't at home and see it, but the kids, these kids growing up without any guidance, any human interaction, any feelings, and become monsters. So where are we going to go? Look at the generation now. You go into communities, don't want to take these things away, like they don't have no conscience. And so I think women should not be trained to be killers. Women should be trained to be lovers and companion to men and just cool.